You and Your Art book is about enhancing your creativity, and this book has given many ways the way you can actually change the way your creative thinking works. So, my friend, let's get started. Art is a language without words. My 10 years of art experience are in this book. Let's get started. Stop desensitizing yourself. Sometimes you don't feel anything. You don't feel any song, you don't feel any YouTube video, you don't feel any emotion. And the reason is simple, because you have desensitized your body too much. You are listening to songs over and over again, you are watching YouTube videos over and over again, and due to this, your body gets used to it. Now, if you still want to feel the song, YouTube video, or anything, you need to increase its dose, which leads to more desensitization of your body, and this cycle is endless. If you want to end this cycle, all you need to do is switch off your computer or laptop and take a break from all your social media handles. Switch off your room's light and just go outside or to any beautiful place you love to visit. Stop doing all those things that desensitize your body for a few months. In this break, pick something hard to do, like exercise, play any sport, etc. And when you come back from your break, you will feel more passion in your work or whatever you love to do. And as usual, we have a beautiful quote in the end of the chapter, which is, "Sensitive people suffer more, but they love more and dream more," said by Augusto Curry. Let's jump on to our second lesson, which is take care of your creative tool. Your greatest creative tool is your mind. Some people do not take care of their greatest gift at all. They waste it on useless things like alcohol, cigarette, doom scrolling, etc. And in the end, they ask themselves the question, why am I not creative? It sounds funny, but this has now become the harsh reality for some people. But what matters is whether those people want to improve themselves or not. If the answer is yes, then they can do it, because nothing is ever so damaged that it can't be repaired. All you need to do is you have to give up all your bad habits and start working on good habits. Habits that heal your mind, habits that help you move forward, habits that make you feel better. For example, exercise, meditation, reading books, eating healthy food, following your passion, making real life friends, and learning something new, etc. This way, your brain will be able to work to its full potential and you will be able to think more creatively. And here's a beautiful quote about the chapter, which is, "Creativity is obscured by the conscious mind," said by Naval Ravikant. So let's move on to our third lesson, which is feed your mitochondria. By feed your mitochondria, I mean help your body to produce more energy. To do this, you must first eat healthy, exercise, and most importantly, feel good. Because when you feel good, your body generates more energy. And we must be aware of those people who drain our energy. Because for some people, those are the real problems. These kind of people are known as energy vampires. These people sucks our energy the way vampire sucks blood. I know it is difficult in this world to know who gives us energy and who takes away our energy. The best we can do it, try to identify them and try to stay away from them. One of the most important factors that can improve your energy level is sleep. From now on, try to stabilize a regular sleep schedule, go to bed and wake up at the same time each day to regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Instead of using electronic devices, try to read a book or meditate for at least an hour before bedtime. Always remember that the more energy you have in your body, the more you will able to focus on your work and do it well, due to which you will be able to learn new things and you will be able to think more creatively. And there we have a beautiful quote about this chapter too. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, said by Nikola Tesla. Okay, Let's move on to our next lesson, which is enhancing by creating. Always remember, it's creativity, not consumativity. People often feel that if they watch something related to their field and consume content relating to it, then they will able to create something better in that field. Due to this, they start consuming a lot of content related to their field, but in the end, they doesn't even remember the title of the first video they watched. In the end, they postpone the work or they do not feel like doing it because they have consumed too much of the thing. If you want to be creative, you just need to start making things and stop over consuming things. Make whatever you like and make things what you think will be good. You will automatically feel the magic when you start making things. And we have another beautiful quote about this chapter, which is, "You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have," said by Maya Angelou. Let's talk about our next lesson, which is eat, sleep, and practice. Practice makes a man perfect. Many people must have heard this phrase before, but how many people really know its true essence? Having a practicing mindset is one of the most precious things in your creative journey. You should practice your art all the time to improve your art, because practice is something that is in your hands. As SRK once said, diligent preparation, practice, and performance is the only way to shoot for being the grand master of your own life. The more you practice, the more you improve. The more you improve, the more you can create better things. Sometimes we are not able to practice consistently because deep down we are thinking only about the results. What if we just trust the process and keep practicing our art consistently? This is where the magic happens. So love the process and keep practicing. Who knows when your turn will come? And we have another beautiful quote about this chapter, which is said by Bruce Lee. "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." Our next lesson is about explore and evolve. By exploring, I mean exploring the real world. Did you know that in Japan, when a studio works on a manga or any artist works on their manga, they use real life references? If you have ever read any manga, most of the background places in panels are present in real life in Japan, which makes their art more realistic and relatable. You can click pictures of any beautiful place near your home and you can use them as a reference for backgrounds. When you explore more, you are filling your mind with more possibilities that can help you move forward. This is an incident from my childhood. In school, when we were all sitting together and it was drawing period, the teacher asked us to make something at that time. Everybody has started making something, but I was not able to understand what I should make. Then I started looking here and there, and then my eyes fell on my old sketchbook. There was a beautiful yellow bird on it, and I liked it so much that I thought, why not use it as a reference? Then I started making my sketch, and when I showed my sketch after it was completed, my teacher liked it so much that she asked me for that sketch to put in her attendance register's front cover. So the point is to explore what you love, explore real things, and explore what you think is a good thing. And friends, we have another beautiful quote about this chapter too, which is, "The world is a book, and those who do not explore read only one page." And our next lesson is fundamentals. If you are an artist, you must already know that there are 3 simple fundamentals to any paintings: theme, composition, depiction. Of course, you can break it, but you have to know these things first. Theme. What is your idea or your main subject? Composition. How are you gonna make that subject? Depiction. Now spread your ideas of composition to every part of the canvas. Yes, the fundamentals are that simple. You need to think in your creative mind about how you can make simple things look interesting. If you can accept your art and manage to show it in a good light, then that's the best you can hope for. And we have another beautiful quote about this chapter: get the fundamentals down and the level of everything you do will rise. Michael Jordan. Let's move on to our next lesson, which is it really mistakes? When I say mistakes, a lot of people think I'm talking about something that goes wrong while doing any work. Yes, this is what happens when we are talk about normal things, but this doesn't happen in art. Mistakes are the real thing in art. Now it depends on you whether you see it as a mistake or as a new possibility. There have been many singers and artists who have said that people like their mistakes more than compared to something in which they have done a lot of work. So what I mean to say is that mistakes are not always mistakes. There comes a time when we have to think whether you should look at it as a mistake or we should look at it as a new possibility. Who knows, your mistakes may become your unique style. Mistakes can happen anywhere and anything. Like you made a mistake in your theme, you made a wrong composition, or you did not do the depiction correctly. So embrace your mistake and look at them as a new creative opportunity. So we have another beautiful quote about this chapter, which is, creativity is allowing yourself to make mistakes. Art is knowing which one to keep, said by Scott Adams. Thank you, my friends, for listening to this amazing book. This is just few chapters that I shared with you. If you want to read full book, you can check my descriptions.